welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Happy day to my mom that is going through a certain thing. Norma Jean, I love you. I want to say to safe travels to everyone that attended Central State University's homecoming, which they won their homecoming game. It was nice to see so many wonderful people of color being brought into one space. Central State is one of the 107 historically Black colleges that exist. Please do your part to save our education or our opportunity to have an education. Welcome to Motivational Sundays with Kevin and friends. This was brought together from the more than 300 quotes that I created for the contents of my book. I was always curious to see how other quotes landed on other people. So I got a couple friends together to talk about it based on our perspectives and our interpretations. We created this show. My name is Kevin McLemore. I am the one of the co-hosts. I am joined by Larnez Kinsey, my co-host, Naheem Garcia, my co-host, Gilda and Christopher, beautiful people, perfect couple, James, and the voice, Otis Spencer, the voice of our show. We want to welcome people around the world that tune in. Again, I want to thank our new subscribers. There are 40 something odd people that are new that are now following this show. So I want to thank you. So this episode is brought to you by RMK Productions and the 10 United Podcast Network. The purpose of everything we do is to create stories to uplift and inspire and share experiences and perspectives using the framework of teaching, learning, and modeling. Our purpose is simple, helping other people every day. And with that said, we're going to go to our this week's quote, which is brought to us by our voice, Mr. Otis Spencer. We're going to let him finish up this thing last, but Otis, if you don't mind, to the world, bring us the quote for today.
Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind.
All right. I am a Southern boy, but I also know that Naheem is going to be with us a short period of time. So, Naheem Garcia, how does this quote land on you?
Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. And as simple as it is, and as complex as it may come across, it's rather self-explanatory. Be who you are is you got no choice but to be what you have to be. We fight against that all the time, trying to be something we're not. But be who you got to be. Be who you got to be. Feel what you need to feel, because those that matter are going to stay with you. Remember last time I spoke, I talked about relationships are like rockets on a booster. That's what Tyler Perry was talking about. You go up a certain way, the boosters start to fall. That means that not everybody gets to take the ride with you all the way, and not everybody counts. Some people just don't matter. The people that don't matter are the people that always want to matter. The people that always want to take control. The people that always want to control who you are, and what you say, who think your life doesn't matter as long as you're paying attention to them. You matter. You matter, and you matter all the time. And you don't have to worry about nobody else but you. And if somebody's in your way and somebody got a problem with how you feel, that's their problem. If somebody doesn't appreciate your success, that's their problem. As long as you're happy with yourself, you'll be fine. And that's where I'm going to leave it.
All right. Straight to the point.
And did I hit it?
You hit it.
I think
I'm going to tell you, if you were in the World Series, I'll be betting on you today.
Oh boy, here we are.
All right. Larnez, wait a minute, let me buckle up before you land your plane. Go ahead. How's that quote land on you?
It lands. So the other day, right? My mother's in the ICU and I go by her bed and I cry, right? I'm talking to her. She can hear me, but she can't speak right now. I'm crying. I'm going to get a little emotional. A nurse comes by. Oh, stop crying. You got to be strong for her. I said, how dare you? I said, when the tears come down from her eyes, I tell her, let it out. I said, she doesn't mind. That's why I love this quote, because she didn't mind. And I know I have to be there because you there 24 hours a day. You're losing track of time. You don't know if it's day or night. So when I come there, I'm your short commercial break, right? From the trauma you're going through. Because again, my mother had strokes. So I don't even know her cognitive level yet. I understand she's shaking her head. So she understands what I'm saying. But how dare you? I gave that lady a whole speech. She was mad. She came to me and said, don't cry. Because after that, not only was she crying, every time she sees me in the hallway now, she was like, thank you so much. I needed that. I said, it's nothing wrong. Again, it goes back to one of our podcasts. It's nothing wrong with shedding tears. They're chemicals that need to be released. And we're holding on to so many things. So I love this quote. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind do not matter. Those who matter minds. And I'm going to end it with that.
Way to go. But like the poet you are. Look at you putting the words together.
Keep the ship going.
For those of you guys that just joined in, we meet every Sunday at 9 a.m. Everyone's welcome. Everyone shows up on camera. We hope that at some point we get some new blood on here to join. You can find a link if you go to RMK Productions and Network and click on any of our motivational Sundays and do that. So I'm going to turn this quote over to Christopher and Gilda. I'm going to let one of you guys decide on which one is going to go first, either Gilda or Christopher, but we're going to do it both in the same frame. He's such a gentleman. Look at him. Go ahead, Gilda.
Good morning, everyone. This is an excellent quote. Thank you for sharing that quote, Otis, because it falls on me. Be who you are and say what you feel. I'm the type of person, whatever I say is short, and I just hope that everyone understands this is how I am. I'm not going to change for anybody. This is Gilda. So I'm being myself.
I think that's
all right.
Yes. Yes. I am what I am.
And we appreciate for being who you are. Thank you, Gilda. Christopher, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm good, Kevin. Again, another great.
Thanks.
Who's that?
No idea. Let's keep going.
Okay. My mother used to say, oh, what was that? Whenever I came back and reported something or relayed something that someone else said that hurt or whatever, she said, oh, don't worry about that. They weren't your friends anyway. And that sort of gave me the hit on the clue. Those people that don't matter and what they have to relate to you doesn't matter. The ones that really have you, that feel you, that understand you, those are the ones that understand what you're saying. That's the don't mind thing. They accept you as who you are. Others who simply find fault in whatever you say, whatever you do, that's their signal to you that they don't matter.
Right. Well put. Very soft spoken, but we're very well put. Otis, if you don't mind, for some people that have just woken up and tuned in and caught the show late to deliver the quote before I go to Denise, which we have missed her so much. So Otis, if you deliver the quote one more time, we get Denise ready.
Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind.
All right, Denise. Let's see who
morning,
matters.
everyone. How you
Morning.
doing?
All right.
So this quote for me, it's a very important quote. I heard it before. because for me, when I speak up, especially when it comes to work or with my family, because I'm a Cape Verdean family, sometimes you don't have to speak up because the older people, whatever they say, you have to be quiet, especially when they disrespect you. And for me, I started not letting that affect me. So I always speak up, especially when it comes to family, because I know the people that really care about what I'm saying, they will understand what I'm saying, and they will realize that what they're saying is wrong. And my mom always tell me, "Oh, you need to shut up. You need to shut up." I'm like, "No. When I know I'm right, I'm gonna speak up." And when it comes to work too, when it comes to racism and neglecting my students, I always speak up. And some people they just look at me. I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna be quiet because this is something serious." Especially when you're forgetting that my students matter, that everybody is a student in the school, and that's because of them you have a job. So I always speak up. And sometimes they say pick your battles, but sometimes you need to, because the people that really care, they're going to listen, and something is going to change.
Very well spoken. And thank you for being the warrior for our children that you are. She is an educator here in the Boston public school system. She is one of very few people that is in the space of education that looks like any of us. And so she is a valued gift. And hopefully, Boston Public, I hope you appreciate this young lady and protect this young lady. Otis, since you brought the quote today and you have such a beautiful background today, always bringing us up something special. The voice, thank God James Earl Jones retired. So those of you in Hollywood looking for the new voice for your Oscars, for your next movie, Otis Spencer is available, as well as Gilda and Christopher, and as well as Naheem. Please make sure that you protect these gifts to our world. They're talented, very talented people, as well as Lonaz, that she's doing everything in the space of science and technology, AI, is that they would say. So, Otis, if you don't mind, deliver the quote one more time and let us know how this quote landed on you.
Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. And it might come down to your relationships and your friends. You want to start by associating with positive people. Don't be around people that are very negative, because those are the people who will mind. Don't try to impress people. If you're trying to get into a relationship or you're going for a job, don't try to be something that you're not. It won't get you anywhere.
Very straight to the point. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this quote landed on me a special way because of my love for one of my brothers on this show, Mr. Naheem Garcia. You know, when they say, you know, be who you are and say what you feel, when you have a relationship the way that I have with Naheem, Lanez, Christopher, Gilda, Denise, as well as Otis, and you say things, and sometimes the way that it's said, it's not received the way that you meant it to be. And when your friends reach out and says, "This is the way you made me feel," and all of a sudden you acknowledge the fact that their feelings matter. By acknowledging that their feelings matter, you matter. Instead of defending your position, you know, it's one thing I can always say about the circle of friends that I have, especially you guys. You guys do not hold back the truth. Okay, there's no secret. There's no editing. There's no hit the replay and whatever. You guys, you deliver the truth with your foot on the gas pedal, and you don't even know if you had a break. And it's well received when it comes home to here. So the people outside of this circle that call me all the time to tell me how to do my podcast and what best way to do this and whatever, or how to live my life, um, I appreciate it. All right. But those are the people that don't understand Kevin and who he is and why we do what we do and why we're trying to bring people together. So I don't mind. You know, I would love to say you don't matter. I hear you, but I don't mind. You know, I know where you're at and what you're trying to do. And what you're trying to do, I respect. But respect what we do here. All right, because what we do matters. We're the change of the change that everyone wants to be. And that's the reason why we meet every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk about these quotes that some people just randomly throw out there because they put something to memory, but without purpose to a conversation of what you do in life, you're just existing where you are. And we're all where we need to be right now until we get to where we want to be. But guess what? When you're surrounded by people like Naheem, Christopher, Gilda, Otis, Denise, Alarnez, when you get there, life is just wonderful. And that's what makes it matter. When you have experience with people that celebrate your gift and they give you their gift free with no price to admission. So with that said, let's kind of catch up because I only have Naheem for a couple of seconds. Naheem, what are you up to?
Um, Surviving, living. That's, let me stop saying surviving. I am up to learning how to live at my middle stage in my life. And thank you for sharing that quote, and thank you for those words, first of all, Kevin. And so everybody get a little background. Uh, I don't, I'm very humble about what I do, and I'm very humble about the work that I do. And even though I'm an actor, I do God's work. I work with children, and that's my main gig. So no matter what happens, I always, as long as there's a group of young people, I always have something to do. And I don't take praise too well, and I'm learning how to do that a little better in my life. I'm learning not to interrupt other people who's enjoying whatever's happening in my life. Because in my life, sometimes I don't see what other people see. I'm seeing my immediate situation. I'm sitting here telling somebody telling me, "Oh, you big movie star," and I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with more lint than sense in my pocket, or I'm trying to figure out why haven't I humbled myself in certain areas that I need improvement in, or what I mean. I'm just living and being a human being. So what I'm up to is progressing on that, getting ready for a table read for a film that a friend of mine wrote. Most of us, some people in here are involved, some people are not, but it's okay. I learned this morning that I have to reduce the amount of actors because I may have, it's 31 act characters and I can only fit 50 people. So now I'll have more actors than I'll have people that need to be there to hear it. So I got to limit that and make some decisions. Don't worry about it, Chris. You're still with me. Gilda, there's always a pocket in a place for you. Otis, you're
He's already
busy. I know
he's
that.
already fired me.
Well, this is live. This is live. So, and Denise, I didn't bother you because this is immediate, quick. Who I got in Boston, who can hurry up and do this, which is not always a good idea. I wish I had a little more time, but I got a lot of things going on. Not only that, I'm also working with an organization. I just finished working with a bunch of public lawyers doing mock trial stuff, and that was really great. I learned a lot doing that. And now I'm learning, working with corporations on diversity and inclusion. And they hired me to be an actor because right now, even right now, the people say, "How did the strike affect you?" I'm gonna be very, very honest on this in this moment. The strike didn't affect me no different than the regular non-striking situation because at the end of the day, I'm still dealing with getting hired and I'm still dealing with not getting an opportunity to do bigger things. I have a lot of opportunities. I'm very humble about what I'm doing and I'm not knocking it. But just like somebody looks at me and says they want to get at my level, I'm looking at the next level. But what happens down here is that what they're hiring, they're not hiring the brothers and sisters. When they say there are no black actors in Boston, that's a direct attack on us who are here doing the work. And it's also telling me that we're still invisible and we're overlooked. And if we are giving something, we're giving something that somebody thinks that we can do versus giving us something that we can step up to the plate for. Um, so I'm not being, and I didn't mean to take over the platform. I apologize. I'm not being ungrateful. I'm just being realistic that people, I wasn't working for a while. I may work a little more than most of my other brothers and sisters, but if I'm not working for a while and I work more than my brothers and sisters, what does that say? Right? Because I'm not working all the time. So my brothers and sisters saying he works all the time and I'm not working all the time and they're not working as much as I am. What does that say? So the illusion, because they can use my image 100,000 times and it looks like I'm rocking the boat, is exactly the reason why we're striking and fighting. because you don't get to use me 100,000 times, and I still got to wait on that one penny. And I still got to wait on, not only that, you're doing whatever you want with my image. I'm watching an actress who has transitioned from being a woman to a man, and they were exposing her on some Facebook the other day. Somebody had her image, and she's taking a shower. You don't see all of her, but you're seeing it. I'm saying I don't think she's very happy about that, because now you're exposing her when she was something else, someone else. Now she's evolved to who she is, and that's not who she is. But you're using her image, and you put it on a social media, and we're watching, and I'm looking at it trying to figure out, what is this? What's this? And wait a minute, is that an AI image of what are they doing to her? So whoever does it, and I hope she attacks them, I hope she goes after them, and I hope she sues. I hope I hope they sue them, because they identify as binary. And so, I'm looking at this person who is famous, who has transition right in front of the entire world, and now they're using her image, and they're exposing her in the shower, whatever this character was doing, which I thought is kind of disrespectful. And then I felt like I was disrespecting by watching it, and I got off of it immediately. So I'm saying all that to say I'm doing okay.
All
I'm
right.
working, I'm moving, and yeah, and I'm trying to fight to make sure that we don't stay in this place, at least from my point of view. So thank you for the 5,000 hours you gave me to say what I need to say.
No problem. Anytime. My platform is your home, because you do matter. And to those people that want to exploit for profit or own personal gains, I would say shame on you.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. So I hope you listen to what Naheem has said. And like I said, as much as we want to have shock and awe, turn it off. Don't support the poison that's been poured into a pool for the public to swim in. Don't do that.
Mm.
Gilda, Christopher, what are you
Well
up to?
said.
Great.
There you go.
This week is slow. There's no straight areas that we're going to be doing this week, so pretty much relaxing, I would say, unless you got something planned, Chris.
No, it's been pretty much helping out other unions that are on strike. We walked with the United Auto Workers the past 2 weeks, and that was a lot. That was a lot of fun. I never really had a chance to miss all the movie work, but being with those auto workers, just it was a beautiful day, absolutely gorgeous day, and we're out there all doing our thing. And the feeling that I got was the same feeling that I would get on a movie set over in extra holding. I mean, you're meeting all the most interesting people from the most interesting places, and you're just talking, you're just chatting, you're mixing in a way that you would have never ever mixed anywhere else. I mean, like there's no job, no vocation anywhere where you mix that kind of people, okay, at the same place during those times. And like I said, I really hadn't had a chance to recognize that I missed that working on movies, but on that picket line, I got the exact same feeling. And some interesting stuff too. I didn't know that there was a cannabis workers union.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
I didn't know it was either. I thought that union was just a couple houses down from me. They always seem to gather around,
Well,
All right,
they
Denise.
say that the in Las Vegas the prostitution has a prostitution union. They have a union in Las Vegas.
All right, that's information I didn't know. Now I can't stop knowing it. uh, Denise, baby girl, I'm going to ask you about your book.
Oh,
Ask
my
you-
book is like right now, I'm not even looking at it. Sorry, I'm sick, so I've been I went to Miami and I got sick because I was at the carnival last week. It was fun, but right now I'm surviving at work. Basically, I'm just teaching the kids. I'm not worrying about the adults and the administration. They know what they have to do, so I'm just giving them time. So I'm concentrating on the students. And I have a lot of homework because I'm doing my PhD at Northeastern. So that's been taking my time.
Gotcha.
But the book, I'm still working on it. I'm just trying to finish it. I said by
All
the
right.
end of this year, so
All
hopefully.
right. All right. I'll keep reminding you. Lanez, because I know Naheem's got to go a
It's
little bit.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's
All right.
okay.
Go ahead, Lanez. Well, I
Well,
just want to let you know, we'll go into the next episode when Lanez speaks.
well, first and foremost, Naeem, I done emailed you and I ain't get a response back, sir. Comfort in the Chaos Coaching. Just
I
to let
thought
you
I forwarded to my social and world.
know,
I'm sorry, I shouldn't respond.
I was supposed to say, hey, Lonez, I see you.
All right. You can't edit Naheem. Look at it.
Let me see. Let me see that.
I have the event coming up in November on November 5th for Eventbrite. So basically it's guerrilla marketing, it's getting the word out, it's sharing. I just started my Instagram page for the project. So I'm just putting out content every single day, multiple times a day to try to get the momentum built for this project so we can get people in the seat because that room is for 200 people. So
Do you have a website that you can tell people to go to?
right now we're still working on the website. The website will be launched a week before the event.
How do people get in contact with you then? How do they get the
They can go
information?
to Eventbrite. I was trying to load it, write all this stuff because I'm not on my phone and I can't copy and paste to the
All right.
chat. So let me write it and I'll put it in there.
All right.
Oh,
So just to let you know, if you have something like that,
mhm.
bring all the details. If you're going to promote it, so people can have access to it, because it's going to be out there in the web. If you don't have all the information, wait till you get the information to go promote it. That's like having a concert and saying I'm coming, but it never shows up. So if you get that
Well, I'm
information,
trying to build that hunger. You understand? I need that drip. I need you to be eager for it. So we
all
building
right.
up. So that's why the Instagram page is to we're putting out the content. We have reels on there, and so far we're getting good feedback from what we're putting out. People are excited about the event. We just got to keep this excitement up before the website launches because the website is amazing already. That's why we're doing it a week before.
All right.
It, it's all
I'm just
strategic.
trying to say, for this platform and the people that follow, is that
Mhm.
they're very detail oriented people, and they're going to respond right away. If it's something
Okay.
that's laying out there for history, they're going to wait for it to show up on Netflix, to go from there. All right. So just to let you know, Otis. All right. Always with the beautiful background. I wish I had your voice. Okay.
Well, this week we have a training to be a poll worker on Wednesday. And as another quote out there that I'm dealing with, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force him to drink it. The twins that I've been helping out and overseeing, I had put out the word to them. They said, to work at Spooky World. They asked, hey, can I have $9 for this? Can I have $30 to do this? And I'll pay you back. And I said, let's do Spooky World this year. I sent them out the application and still waiting for the application. I said, get it to security and I'll go pick it up. Oh, no, we'll mail it. So they're telling me they're not really interested in doing Spooky World and making money on the side.
Then those people don't matter.
But they unfortunately, they still do. You
All
want
right.
to make them have a better life.
Otis, you want me to tell you how kids are?
It's not up to the debate on this right now. We got to let Naheem go.
Yeah, Naeem, you got to go. But Otis,
No. Don't take my show away from me.
Kevin, pass Otis
That
my number because I'm a parenting guru.
you always have to remember I'm producing a show. All right.
No, but he's recording this part, and this is the us running our mouth part. So what ends up happening is that this is the juicy part. So
Right.
so because I looked up and I said, wait a minute, he's still recording this. Okay. All
Yes, I
right.
am. Yes, I am. So With that said, Otis, your quote, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. See, I'm in the exercise field. So with that quote, I always tell people if I put together an 8 second, system circuit, with only 30 minutes, 30 seconds break in between, I said, you can lead a horse to making, water, but you can't make him drink, but I can make him thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you put in the work, you can make someone, do something you want them to do. So with that said, I want to wrap up. And again, Larnez, you and I are both going through something with our mother, which is personal, and it's stressful. We're all going to get to this point in our lifetime where that, as my mother said, I'm very selfish because, she's at a point in her life that, she's ready to go on to what the next part of her story is, and that I want to keep her around. And she told me that, I was selfish in my my wishes of wanting to keep her around as long as possible. But, we all have to look at the quality of life and how we're living and how we lived our life. And however we lived our life is the story that's going to be told. It's going to be passed down through family, friends, through grandkids, and like Denise and myself and Naheem and everyone else is going to be on reels of things that we have done in this life. So we're all adding value. We all are pouring into someone's cup, and every last person here has a cup that's filled and overflowing. But there are those of us in our life that ask you to continue to pour into their cup when they've got a leak in their own cup, and they keep asking you to pour more and more. And never once do they ever ask you to ever volunteer to fill their cup. I pray for those people that are receivers instead of givers. And hopefully you find in your heart that there's more. I want to thank Central State University for providing me with my college education, providing me with an opportunity while I came here with a heavy heart to be with my mom and to be with my family. They allowed me to speak into the minds of young people that want their cups to be filled. So I had that honor. Again, there's 107 historically Black colleges out there that through our government, if they have their way, they will disappear through some of the decisions that they're making. So support the right to have your child to have a world-class education at a university that represents and looks just like you. So with that said, I'm glad that everyone here are people that matters. So I do mind, every single week. If you're here, Denise, I hope you feel better. Naheem, I love you, and thanks for always being a brother that's true to me. And believe it or not, my son even told me, he says, Dad, because I'm humble, and he says on one of the interviews that some of my failures in life are most people's dreams. And he says, you should be able to own the things that you've been successful with. And because I always thought it was bragging, but I've been around here a long time ago, so long time. So my resume is a short bio, or introduction for most books. So well taken, Naheem. And I love you. I'll respect you. But in my heart, you know how I feel, brother.
I know. I know. I know. And I didn't finish because I started rambling off. But yeah, man, I'm learning to receive things that are positive, and and again, it is not my business if somebody wants to love and share what they feel, and if I'm bringing them some joy, then I need to learn how to do that. I was just feeling some way about myself, and I'm being honest about that with me too. So
Yeah.
like my mama said, you ain't called me all week because I was in some kind of way, and I didn't want to say something that might come across a certain way because I know me. But
Yeah.
I'm learning. But again, I
It's
love
amazing.
y'all.
It's amazing. Mamas know, don't they? Yeah.
You
Mamas.
are, so my hugs to you both, because I know
Thank
what y'all
you.
going through with your mamas. I got my own little small thing that I'm going through with my mama. So it's our time. We're at that middle part in our life where they're going down, we're coming up, the whole thing.
Mhm.
With
Yeah.
that said,
And so with
I
that
love
said, we're
y'all.
going to end the show and tell everyone go hug your mama. And if she's not
Mm,
your mama by birth, hug the person that's been pouring into you. All right.
all right.
All right. Love you guys. And with that said, we meet every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you like what we heard, go to RMK Productions and Network on our YouTube page and subscribe and follow. Like I said, the people that follow us are people that have a high call to action. If you're not one of those people, we appreciate you just tuning in, but we want people that are going to do something and be about something. If you want to be a guest on the show, click on the link on our Facebook page or any social media where we show up, and it will give you the Zoom link. We meet here every day is Sunday. Show up on time and ready. Each week there's a quote. We're going to bring a quote next week that Naheem has brought us. It's exciting. So until then, my grandfather always said, when you get to a place where you can help someone else, he said it's your duty to do so. Reach one, teach one. And with that said, we'll fade to black and we're out.